You're watching Rogers TV, London.
Welcome back to our Niagara Falls themed LdnOnt episode today. I'm Bronagh, and now I'm joined with another fantastic Niagara Falls resident. His name is Preston, and he has a really inspiring story about how he has been doing a little bit like what we do here on the show, is amplifying youth voices and sharing stories in the last year during the pandemic. Talk to me, Preston, about how you got into videography and why it's so important to you.
Yeah, hi, Bronagh. Thank you for having me on the show today. So a few years ago, I was at the doctor's and he checked my heart. It was just a regular checkup, and he heard a murmur in my heart. And a few days later, I was straight off to the hospital to get it checked out. Found out I have a rare heart condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and that led me into not being able to play sports anymore. And I was playing sports all my life growing up, so I needed to find a new hobby. And I've always been into technology, filming, and like theater kind of. And just this past year, I've really considered taking up YouTube, which is something I enjoy doing. And just recently, I started being a junior reporter for a company called Niagara. And I've been going around helping people with mental health, interviewing other businesses, and just promoting them and letting people know that there's people here for them if they need help involving mental health, or trying to show people that you can achieve your goals, or whatever you set your mind to, it can come true.
It's fantastic. We were just talking to Mayor Jim, obviously, about resiliency, and you're kind of the definition of resiliency. So I'm so happy to be able to share a little bit about you and the work that you're doing with our viewers today. Can you talk to me maybe about or maybe a couple of the most inspiring stories that you've heard from other youth in your community? How people are coping with the pandemic.
Yeah, I've interviewed many people in the past few months, and one story that really stood out to me was a man named Justin Preston. And growing up, he got bullied in school for being gay, and now he's kind of just taken all that and made himself into like a good person. And now he helps other people either trying to come out or stand against bullying. And so I just really appreciated the stuff that he's doing right now, to try to just let people know that everything's okay.
And I think bullying is something we've all experienced at some point in our life, and it's especially on social media, which is the basis of our show. Sometimes people will say things that they wouldn't necessarily say to your face, and having other people around you, we're isolated right now in terms of physical distancing, but having other people around you that understand and can kind of lift you up is so important. And I think that's part of what you're trying to do, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, COVID's definitely impacted us, especially during these times. And so mental health has become more of a serious problem, I find. So if I can take 10 minutes of a video to interview someone who is doing good for the community, to show other people that there's help out there that they can get, then why not? It might be a little bit difficult for me at my age to be doing all this work, but if it can help someone else, then I don't mind doing it.
And I think, part of what's so inspiring about this is that you're young. You took definitely a negative, turned it into a positive that can help so many people. And I don't think age is really a factor in that. And that's why it's so important for people to learn about people like you. Maybe take some time to check out your YouTube channel. And I really appreciate you coming on the show today and talking a little bit about what you've tried to do over the last year. I think this is going to inspire a lot of people. So I thank you so much for what you're doing, and I'm looking forward to hearing more stories from you, Preston.
Thank you.
And that's our show. Thanks for joining us this week on LdnOnt TV. I'm your host, Bronagh, and I'll be back next week. I hope you are too. Have a great week.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line. Email us or connect with us on social media.